part that I skipped. Okay, because this I want to tie into the vaccines and everything else that's going on, and that's why I read this today. And that's why I was keeping it in my back pocket. Okay, Bahamis Alem Mechakar, one who shirks his obligation to investigate this, he hides from his duty. Hareze Meguna, that is a detestable person. And he is considered those who have fallen short in wisdom and in deeds. He is similar, he is comparable to a sick person. Who is an expert in his illness. He knows what's wrong with him, he knows what's hurting, and in the ways of getting better, in the ways of his cures, meaning he's at least capable of that. He relies on a doctor to heal him with various types of cures and medicines. And he is too lax. He is lax from studying with his own wisdom and his own logic, meaning the patient, the sick person. In the prescription and the medicine of the doctor, to know whether the doctor is handling his treatment in the proper way or not. Meaning, again, simple English. A person is sick. He understands what's wrong with him. He goes to the doctor. The doctor says, take this medicine, eat this food, don't do this, don't do that. And they go, okay, well, I'll just follow doctor's orders. Do whatever you say. That person is lazy. He's sinning against himself. It's expected. He takes it for granted. You first investigate. Does the doctor know what he's talking about? Well, let me examine what's in this medicine. Maybe I'm allergic to something. Maybe this medicine hasn't done so well with people. Right? Let me at least investigate. Let me get a second opinion. Right? And he's able to do this. Person has a mind. You don't have to go to medical school for 10 years. You don't have to be an expert. You still have a mind, right? And he's able to do this. There's nothing holding him back. Today we have information at our fingertips. A lot of it is false information, but nevertheless, we have a mind. We have the ability to sift through this information and try to pick out things that make more sense, make less sense, at least show it to the doctor. I saw this on the internet. You're like, oh, the internet. Well, yeah, the doctor himself gets information from the internet, right? Well, so explain to me why this is bad information. Educate me, make me smarter, right? Maybe it's true information. Maybe the doctor never saw it because he's too lazy, right? Maybe he's not keeping up with things. He says you're obligated. A sick person is obligated. Yeah, go to the doctor. But before you put that stuff in your body, investigate it for yourself. Fact check it. And somebody who doesn't do this, right? He actually, this is the nimshal. This isn't the mushal. He says somebody who does not investigate whether in fact there is really one God is like that idiot sick person who doesn't investigate what the doctor says. Of course, every logical person understands that when you go to the doctor, you investigate what the doctor tells you. That's the example that he gives, right? Of the crazy person. The crazy person is one who does not investigate what the doctor tells you. That's his example for somebody who doesn't investigate whether God actually exists because it's taken for granted. In his time, everybody understood. You're sick, you go to the doctor. That's a normal thing to do. But before you take the medicine, you make sure the doctor is giving you a proper course of treatment. Okay? Now, again, how things have changed. Everything has been turned completely upside down in our times. But proper thinking is we don't take things on trust. Certain things we may have to take on trust. We don't have the time and the ability to investigate everything. But fundamentally, we have to understand that is what we should do. If we have the ability to investigate things, certainly matters of life and death, physical life and death. Doctor tells you to take the medicine. There's no urgency. You don't have to take the medicine today. You can look into it a little more deeply and see. You can get a second opinion. Nothing wrong with researching. They actually forbid us from researching, or they mock you. Who are you that you can research? Well, God gave me a mind. I'm obligated to do that. The Rebbe says, who are you to challenge me? God gave me a mind. I'm obligated to ask you questions. The students asked the Rebbe the question. The guy asked the Rebbe a question. The Rebbe gave the guy an answer. The student said, well, we don't like your answer. We don't like your answer. Explain it to us. We're obligated to do this in physical matters and in spiritual matters. This is understood. This is just understood. It's step one in everything. And how things have changed in our time. But as we learn the basics, as we are diligent in studying Torah, as he says, we will know what to answer, not be chorus. We will know what to answer the heretics, the people who say we're not allowed to ask questions. Now is not the time to ask questions. We have to follow the experts. All of those stupid lines that they say are completely against not just the Torah, but basic logic. You don't even need the Torah to tell you this. The Torah supplements it. It's basic knowledge, as he says, because we can logically figure out that Hashem exists. And any sensible person will understand that you don't just blindly trust anybody in matters of life and death.